Hi class. So this week for your lab, you need to be able to use the split and the filter functions. Now there are videos in our modules that show how to do this. And you would have used these skills, for example, on the project that we did. So when you wanted to look at depression, you could have done a simple process of using a split with the descriptive statistics. So if we split by depression, we can look at things like the IADL scores split by depression. And so this is easy enough if you just need to get descriptive statistics split by a group. But this week, we're also going to start touching on some of the z-test functions that you can get in JASP. Now, this does not have the split option. So if you need to do a filtering process here, you can't simply split the data file the way we did in the descriptives here. Rather, what you need to do is filter your data by going back to the data view using this arrow. In our data view, now my version of statistics still shows the option where I can just click on the variable. And by clicking on the variable name, what's going to happen is it's going to allow me to deselect or select cases. And you see when I deselect, these get grayed out, which means they're no longer going to be included in the analysis. So it's a way for me to look at subsets of the data when I can't just use the split option. Now, if your JASP version has removed this, then what you can do is use the filter function here. So if you do the filter function, you have to apply a pass-through filter. So what I can do is the same type of thing where I can write a statement like, I'm going to use equality, not inequality. So if I do something like depression equals 1 and then apply the pass-through filter, now I have deselected all those who do not have depression. And so when I go to perform an analysis, for example, even when I don't have the split function, I can throw over IADL and I'm going to only get it now for the individuals who are depressed. And so this gives me a subset of the data that I can now use to look at descriptive statistics. We see we only have 15 people being assessed here, not all 30. And so this is something you could use in this week's module as well. Just know that it looks like the newer versions of JASP have actually removed the simple feature that allows you to filter by double clicking on the variable, as I showed previously. So depending on the version of JASP you're using, you may have to use this slightly more involved process of using the filter icon and applying a pass-through filter. You can then just change that anytime you want to change what the condition is. So if instead I want to look at those who don't have depression, I can apply that filter. I now have those who do not have depression selected, and my data will update to reflect that. So you can do these things hopefully to help you in addition to the things you've learned in previous weeks in JASP to successfully complete this week's lab. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.